Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss how we can utilize AI to record our meetings. So here we will discuss two tools, Fathom AI and Otter AI. Starting with Fathom AI, it's a free tool. It records, transcribes, highlights, and summarizes your meetings so you can really focus on the real part, which is the conversation. So you don't get lost of what the speaker is saying while you are making the notes. It can easily be integrated with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, Slack, HubSpot, and Salesforce. So once you install Fathom, there's also a Fathom Google extension. It will also be integrated with your calendar. And if you do any meeting, there will be a Fathom pop-up saying start recording. Once you do it, there will be a Fathom note taker waiting to be admitted. And once you admit it, it will start recording it. And once the meeting is finished, you can really go to Fathom, this desktop app, and see view recordings. So these are all my recordings. So for example, we do see a Fathom demo. So on the left side, we have summary, then we have transcript, and also we can ask Fathom AI to give us the highlights, to make a follow-up email for us. So going with the summary part here, it tells us there's an introduction to Fathom. The founder is explaining the product. There's highlights, key moments during the calls, reviewing call recordings and insights, Fathom CRM integration and sharing capabilities. And this summary can be shared using Google Docs, Gmail, Notion, and Microsoft Word. Also, you can share it with a certain person, with a certain teammate using email. Then we go to transcript. So one of the great features of Fathom is like as you move through transcript, the video is also moving. The whole video is recorded of the meeting, and the speed is quite fast. You really, after the meeting closing, within a few seconds, you get the video. And once you tap in any portion of your transcription,
you got the entire transcript. But most importantly, we have the moments that you highlighted, and you can kind of jump right direct. So the workflow for Fathom typically.
Also, you can copy this transcript and you can send it to any of the teammate or client. The second tool that we will discuss today is Otter AI. It's similar to Fathom. However, there's a certain limitation with the basic version. There's like 300 multi-transcription minutes, 30 minutes per conversation. Also, there's a business version as well. So you can sign up using Google and Microsoft, and your calendar will be synced to Otter AI. So these are the applications that you can integrate: HubSpot, Zoom, Dropbox, Google, Microsoft. This is the home. On the right side, you have your calendar, and below that calendar, you can see what meetings are coming up. So all these meetings are being synced from your Google or Microsoft calendar. So once you tap this camera icon, you can paste any meeting link to record. For example, if it's not in your calendar, you can record it on the go. So this is how the interface looks like. So all the transcript of the recording is there. One good feature is that it also captures a PowerPoint image of some sales record. Some highlights are also captured with it, with the image. Record button is also there. So if you want to record anything, what your laptop or computer is playing, you can record it and transcribe it in the form of words. Lastly, about Otter AI, there's also an AI agent that you can ask to provide you summary from the last meeting, provide the highlights, or do a follow-up meeting, whatever you want. So in a nutshell, many tools are there. I have tried both of these. I will recommend you to try them and see which one suits you better. Also, tell me about it. One thing that I personally like about Fathom was the video. As you move through the transcript, you can see that which point in video it was said. Thank you, and I'm really looking forward to join you in the next video. Welcome back everyone to our course on utilization of AI to be more efficient at our workplaces, for our personal business, and every task we do in daily life. So for this module, we are talking about how we can get better organized for meetings. We can send meeting invite templates. We can summarize any document before we're getting ready for our meetings. We can resolve conflict by summarizing with neutral tone. We can generate ideas for meeting. So first of all, going with meeting invite templates, we can have short versus long version of templates, a version for WhatsApp or Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and we can also make a flyer for that. The prompt that I gave to ChatGPT was create calendar meeting invite template for me on discussing how to form a non-profit organization for animal and welfare protection. So either we can send a short or long version of that. In this current age, not only email is enough, but you also reach out to people through WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook to reach more audience. Let's go step by step. We will give our prompt to ChatGPT and let's see how it responds. Okay, let's give our prompt to GPT. Create a calendar meeting invite template for me discussing on how to form a nonprofit organization for animal welfare and protection. So this one I can really place in the email. This can be a subject line, and this can be the email itself, and duration, location. Here you can put your Zoom meeting link or in person if it's a physical location. So it really helps you organize, give you ideas what you need to put. Will be the agenda highlights, mission, vision, legal structure, team roles, and you can modify it accordingly. And then it says, let me know if you would like to have a follow-up email or reminder message to template to go for this. Why not? Yes. And now it is giving you a follow-up email to follow up with those people. You remind them just before the meeting, like just a quick reminder that our upcoming planning session, because people in this current age are so much busy with their routine, with social media and everything. So you just give a reminder before the meeting that, okay, we are going to hold this, just a kind reminder of that. That was the long version. Also provide me a short version of this, because sometimes it's good to go with the very short message, just a quick reminder, because nobody has time to go through all your emails. You really have to see what your audience looks like. So also provide me messages for WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So here it gives you all the template. It's easy to like just copy, and you have to paste. The emoticons will appear along with it, and these emoticons are really attractive. It really gives you like where you have to be, what time, whether it's gonna be online or not, Facebook post, a LinkedIn post. So here, and also make a flyer for me so I can add it to my social media posts. So yeah, now we got the picture form as well. So just in one look, participants can have the information where they what's the agenda, where they have to meet, at what time. So it's really beneficial. For instance, I'm working in an IT company and we have to talk about any new feature release. And for the preparation of the meeting, I really want to know what features are released for the spring 2025. What I will do is I ask GPT to provide me a summary of that. Please provide me the summary of Salesforce 25 spring release, so I can be prepared for my upcoming meeting. So it provides you key highlights, the summary, like Agentforce is something really trusting. It's a digital labor platform. Service Cloud, how it is being used in Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, Data Cloud. So the purpose is just to tell you that for your meeting, you can get all things summarized from a long document. So with the key things that you need to talk about the meeting. So you need to be aware of what will happen, or if anyone asks question, you need to be aware of that. So it will save you a lot of time to remember key important findings of any report, any blog, any new feature of a software, or any related work item that you need to work on for your meeting. Lastly, at the end of the meeting, normally in between the client or in between the team, you have to summarize what happened and you have to share it with higher managers. So in that case, it's always beneficial to keep the tone neutral. There can be conflicts in the meeting. So as I told you about Fathom AI and Otter AI, whatever you got from that as a transcript or meeting notes, you can provide it to ChatGPT to make neutral notes. For instance, if I go to Fathom, so although in my meeting we didn't make any critical remarks or had any disagreements with each other, once you provide this transcript to GPT and say, summarize notes in neutral tone. So it's always good to provide the findings of the meeting, any meeting, in a neutral tone. So although it was already neutral, but still it will provide you, if there were any disagreements, any critical remarks, it will automatically make them neutral and provide you a neutral summary to provide your So today we will discuss the before part of being organized for meetings. So what's on the agenda? So today we have the following things in the agenda. What are the dangers of unorganized meetings? How we can use ChatGPT to write a meeting agenda for us. We can summarize background information, draft talking points, generate smart questions, running a mock question and answer session to be better prepared for the upcoming questions in the meeting. Doing a clear communication to have a real impact using a star story method that I'll tell you shortly. So if you don't prepare for meetings, remember a great quote: victory loves preparation. If you don't do it, if you're not organized for them, you will hold repeated meetings to resolve the confusion, to resolve the problems. Clients feel frustrated for that. Action items become vague and misaligned. Time is money, and you want to make sure that meetings don't bleed productivity. So we are in our project being organized for meetings part, and I wrote a prompt to ChatGPT saying create a 30-minute meeting agenda for our new software release with an AI assistant for passengers, divided into feature highlights, development update, and customer rollout plan. So this is how nicely it has divided the 30-minute meeting into different sections and how much time you need to speak on or spend on them to have an effective meeting. Remember, you can change your context. You can provide context, how much time you have, who are the participants. Then ChatGPT can provide a prompt that will be more aligned as per your requirements. So it tells us from 0 to 5 minutes, you have to quick welcome, set expectations, meeting rules, 5 to 15 minutes to do a feature highlights, recap of new AI assistant capabilities, key passengers focus features, live assistance, language support, accessibility tools, demo, video snippets if time allows, development update, what is the dev team doing, so and how is the testing going on, customer rollout plan, like what features you will release in first stage, and how will you onboard new customers on this software, how we will do the customer communication, and final wrap up to make sure that everyone is on the same page, asking any questions, follow-up responsibilities. Then I asked GPT to draft me talking points for this upcoming meeting. And it, again, for each section, it has given me what I need to speak on. Thanks everyone for joining. Today we are aligning on our upcoming software release featuring AI Assistant for Passengers. The agenda is structured in 3 parts: feature highlights, dev update, and customer rollout. Let's aim to keep each section focused and leave space for quick question and answer at the end. So in between your busy schedule, GPT can help you really be more efficient and be confident in your meetings. Again, feature highlights, if you're the product manager, this can really help you. If you're from the engineering lead or QA team, these talking points can really help you. Customer rollout plan, the wrap-up session. Further, I ask GPT about the smart questions. They're very critical questions that can help resolve the confusion. It can provide you critical questions. What are the main blockers, if any, could impact the pilot launch timeline? How scalable is our architecture? Are there any major updates or maintenance needs planned post-launch? What's the strategy if customers find the AI intrusive or prefer human interaction? These are the possible questions that can come from customer side, though you need to be prepared for that. And asking them in the meeting can really help team think critically, and it's better for the project as a whole as well. And asking at the wrap-up session, what are the backup metrics if user adoption is slower than expected? Is everyone clear on their responsibilities before the soft launch? Further, you can ask GPT to help me practice answers. If you have a certain role in the meeting, you can provide certain context and get answers. How does the AI assistant personalize responses without compromising user privacy? It's a very important question. So you can tell about our AI is following GDPR and PIPED regulations to ensure that customer data is secure and encrypted. What KPIs are we tracking for success during the pilot? Of course, people often talk about the KPIs. You can better prepare on these answers by providing the context that you have. Further, you can also ask GPT to summarize background information best. And in this case, the AI note taker applications that we use like Fathom AI or Otter AI can help you. From those meetings, you can copy the notes, provide to ChatGPT. It can summarize the important and key findings, who were the key participants, and based on these meetings, it can help you what you need to talk in this upcoming meeting. So the key takeaways from the past meetings include this, and you can see, okay, this was done, or this, we had a confusion at that part, or this was missing, what we need to discuss now. These were the participants. You can also run a mock question answer session with GPT to help you better prepare for meeting. It will ask you a question and you can provide the answers. The answers will be based on the data that you have provided earlier, any documents, any meeting summaries. Lastly, how STAR methodology can help you in this meeting. When asked, why did we build this project? What problems did we solve? How did we achieve that? When explaining a technical hurdle, rollout approach, or feedback loop, during question and answer, or when highlighting your contribution. For example, while doing a customer rollout plan, you can discuss the situation. In the past rollout, adoption was low due to lack of onboarding. This was a problem. This time, we needed a full support communication strategy. Action: we created videos, facts, in-terminal signage to engage better with customers. Result: what is the possible result? Pilot rollout feedback: so far, 82% of the users found the AI useful without staff help. So we better engage with them this time. And you really explain the problem following a sequence. What was the situation? What is the task? What action you did? What are the possible results? Thank you so much, and looking forward to
Welcome
learning together.
everyone. Today we will discuss some basic Excel formulas and how we can utilize ChatGPT to save our time and find the explanations to complex formulas. As per a report, average person can save 7 hours per week, and you can really calculate how much time can save over the period of an year. Or if you multiply it by the number of teammates that you have, you can do an enormous saving, not just in terms of time, but also cost. So here we have different markets, which we are generating certain revenue, and we want to calculate a total revenue. How we'll do this? So for an Excel newbie, it will ask maybe Excel first. How to find sum of all revenues in column B. Okay. Oh, this time it did give us the answer. Okay, yeah. So this is how you can use it. And sometimes this is not as much as responsive. For example, if you sum of all values in column B, So sometimes it's not very precise. So in case that happens, you better go to GPT and you can create projects. So what are projects in GPT basically? So projects keep chats, files, and custom instructions in one place. So you can use them for your ongoing work and just to keep like things organized. So here you can say practice Excel with chat GPT. I can delete my previous one. Let's go back and change the color to, yeah, so coming back to our problem, how to find sum of all revenues in column B in Excel, and try to be very precise in your prompt from row 2 to row 11. So it gives you the formula, some formula to use. So here you go, you find the answer. But what is it doing? Can you please explain what is happening? So it tells you that sum is a built-in Excel function to add numbers, and B2, B11 is a range reference that tells Excel to include all the cells from B2 till B11. So, and it gives you step by step how Excel is finding the answer for you. So let's get back and move to our next example. You have revenue and you have costs. How will you calculate the profit? How to calculate profit provided you have cost and revenue. So it says revenue minus cost is equal to, so it gives you the final answer. Let's move to next example. Suppose you have a list of coffee types or list of a certain product, and you have a list of like 1,000 products, and you have to find the price of any one type of product. How will you do this? So for this, we can ask how to find price of a certain product from a list of products in Excel with price listed against it. So we can use either VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP if we are using Excel 365. So it also tells you the version, Excel 365 or Excel 2019. Or if you're using older Excel, Excel 2016 or earlier, you can use this formula. So you can also check the version of your Excel using help. Right, why it's taking too long. Yeah. Anyways, you can also try to ask how to find my current Excel version. File account. Okay, file account. And then 365, so build 16, 64-bit. Microsoft, so we have a Microsoft 365 version. Let's go back. So we have this one, 365. So we can also use this one, or we can try both. Let's see. Product name. Okay, we have to go with product name here. Latte. So 6. So we found the price, that is $6. So make sure you edit your formula accordingly when you copy from ChatGPT, but also understand the logic behind what's really happening. Let's go back. We can try another formula as well before. Well, let's first find the explanation for this. Explain this formula for me. This formula looks for a product name in a list and returns its price related to value from another column. XLOOKUP, a function used to search a value in range and return the match from another range. Product name, this is the value you are searching from, A2 to A10. This is the lookup array, where Excel searches for the product name, and B2 to B10 is the return array, where the Excel pulls the result and price of the product. So it makes it very simple how it is doing it. Let's try and different. Using VLOOKUP. So our product is not apple, but latte. Yeah, we got it. So what's happening in this formula? Explain this formula. So it's the same function, looking for latte, and A2 to B10, we have given the whole array, table array to it, and 2 here represents the second column of the range from where it will get the value, and false is like an exact match, exact latte. Can try small l and still find the answer, but not latte 1. Okay, got it. So it's really important that you get the logic behind it, what's really happening. Let's go to our next example. And for example, in a coffee shop, you have emails, you got emails of certain customer, but not their names. So how to find their first name so you can call them and really show affection. And when you're talking affection, and so there are 2 ways to do it. So you can write James, and there's an option where we can continue the similar pattern down using flash fill. So if you go to data tab and then to data tools section, here you will find flash fill. So it automatically fill in values. So you enter a couple of examples like we already did James, and keep the active cell in the column you want fill in. Okay, we select them all using the one example that we did, and we do flash fill, and we got the first names. What about like if I am, what about, is there any formula to do it? Because I will tell you a reason why I'm doing this. I have to find first name from email addresses before @sign. So here it provides you the answer. So let's paste it here. Left A2, find alpha at 2 minus 1. Okay. But how is it doing it? Let's find it. Please explain it. So A2 is the cell containing the email addresses. We already provided it. Find is basically finding the position number at which we can there's @sign in the email. And then we are doing -1 because we don't want before that. Whatever we have, we want that name in a separate column. And then we are doing extract to really extract that many characters from the start of the string. Let's go back. Yeah. So the reason I'm using this formula is if I do any changes here, they are immediately reflected using formula rather than flash fill. So this is a more permanent solution or more authentic solution to finding first names from emails. So in this example, what if you want to find the unique coffee types from a list in your inventory and you want to find the unique ones? How will you do this? How to find unique items from a list of products in Excel. So here we go. So we have unique. So make sure that you really use a formula till your range to find the right answers. So these are the unique coffee types. And we want the unique count of those coffee types. How to find unique count of an Excel. Yeah, I think it will automatically know that it's Excel because you have created a project and it knows your context. So it says count A. Limited range 7. When you applied more range, it was also taking this blank space as a unique count somehow. So for now, it's just this range. Make sure your range is correct when you copy formulas from ChatGPT, and also that you know the logic behind it. Then you will really enjoy the work you do. So basically, unique creates a list of distinct products. Count A counts how many unique items are in that list. For example, it also gives you examples. So here we have a product list, and then it finds the unique number of items. For example, we have apple one time, banana, and orange. The 3 unique items are there. Applies the count function on it to find the count of those unique items. Thank you for staying with me, and I'm really looking forward to join you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss some simple hacks that can really save you a lot of time. So let's start with a PDF report that you got from your client, and you want some data to be extracted and pasted in Excel. How will you do it? So you do Windows, Shift, and S all pressed together, and then create a snapshot of that. So if you go to your Excel sheet and then go Data tab, save from picture from file, screenshots, so now it is analyzing the data from the picture, and we can insert the data here. In 6 items doesn't require review. Okay, so let's see. So we got all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So we got all the data and all the rows. So now we can further analyze this data. The second hack is, what if you have a lot of sheets, for example this one, products, employees, and you want to switch between them? How will you do it? So right click on this, and now you can easily go to the sheet that you want to, double click it, and you will be there. Secondly, what if you have a really long bar that you want to slide? How will you do this? So tap on Control, Shift, and then move. Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss about dynamic dashboards and how we can utilize ChatGPT in guiding us how to build dashboards, dynamic dashboards in Excel. So dynamic dashboards are an excellent way to display your data. In this case, we have sales data and a laptop accessories brand, Byte Gear, is distributed across different cities in the world like Munich, Istanbul, Dubai, Calgary, Berlin, Barcelona, Athlon, and we want to see how much we are doing in sales and how much each of the stores doing. So based on this, we can really analyze in terms of performance measure how things are going, and we can also plan for future, how we need to cater for this in order that all stores do their optimum best. I will tell you step by step how I build this dynamic dashboard using ChatGPT. So first I have a sales data in which I have months, stores, accessory type, different laptop accessories, brands of those accessories, units sold, prices per unit, and then total sales. And this is a prompt that I gave to ChatGPT, guide how to make dynamic dashboard with Excel using slicer filter. This is what my data contains, all the column headers. And then it provided me this with the steps how to create a market as a table, and then it provided me the steps how to mark it as a table, all my data, and then create pivot table out of it and create different plots, which I further used here. And at the very end, I organized my performance dashboard so it looks good and is visually appealing as well. So as you can see, and these are the slicers that I apply, different filters, so that I can really change depending on the accessory type I have, or like the products, brands I have. And we want to display it to our team how we are doing for the past 6 months or I think 7 months. So I will tell you step by step how we can do this in Excel, building a dynamic dashboard using the sales data that we have from different stores, laptop accessory stores throughout the world. And let's go. So what the prompt that we have is, so guide how to make dynamic dashboard with Excel using slicer filter. So let's go to GPT, and we're in the same project that we created, practice Excel with ChatGPT, and then we are asking guide how to make dynamic dashboard with Excel using slicer filter. My data contains all the columns that we have. So it gives you all the steps. So number one step is prepare your data. Make sure your data is structured like this, and select your data range and press Ctrl+T to turn it into an Excel table. Makes everything dynamic. Okay, so let's mark. So let's mark all the table and press Ctrl+T, making sure that this is the data. Yes, this is. And in case you have a long table that like many rows, you can still select the certain column number accordingly. So, and it asking for my table has headers. Yes, so it is converted it into an Excel table. Now we can further pivot it. Let's make it clean. Sales data. So our first step is done. We mark it as a table. Then step 2, it says insert pivot table. Click anywhere inside your table. Go to insert and say pivot table. So yeah, so here it provided you the pivot table for asking you what pivot fields you want to place here. Build pivot table. Here are 3 sample pivot tables to create. So total sales by month, units sold by accessory type, sales by store and brand. So what we can do is first go with month and total sales. Month, total sales. And I really want to place it as accessory type as a filter. Also brand as filter. And then I want to, you can try different combinations. And I would like to place a store as column. Okay, so in the rows I have different months, and columns I'm checking how much they're doing in each store throughout the world. And then we have final sales, total sales of all these stores or all these months. And then we have filters here saying, okay, if you just want to see laptop stand, then we can only see laptop stand, which stores are selling them and how much they're making. Then if you want to also add select multiple items, just want to check laptop stand, keyboard and mouse. We can see that how much they're doing. And yeah, so I will just clear the filter and just keep it all. Yeah, similarly you can also change how different brands are doing. You can also select Dell, which stores are selling Dell and how much they're making. So I will select all for now, and now we can go to So what is the next step? It says click anywhere on your pivot table and go to pivot table, analyze, insert slicer. So go to pivot table, analyze, and then we insert slicer. So which parameters you would like to keep as slicer? So brand, accessory type, store. So we got all these slicers. So these are just like really interesting. Just you have to select a button and then you get to see just data from one store. Yeah, so and you can also remove the filter as well, so as to select any value, any particular value from the slicer. You can just tap on it and just see how any accessory is being sold, or like what brand is doing. So I cleared all the filters and they will help us also in the dashboard. As you see, these are our controls. These on the side. Recommended charts. Okay, I don't like this one. So okay, so this part is really telling us like which store is making more sales in any particular month. For example, Dubai are making good sales, then in July Munich is doing great. So we got one plot this, and what else? Recommended charts. Then I found this 3D chart quite interesting. It's really evident like which store is doing what, and we have on the left side we have some total sales. So let's build our dashboard. And you can ask GPT to make a logo for your company, and in just 5 seconds it can build a logo for you. So just copy the same one that I created just some time before. And then I want to wait and insert a text box. Insert. Performance dashboard. I will insert my plots here. Control X. Control V. And we don't want the legend to be placed twice, so we are deleting this, and it'll just keep one legend from here. So moving this to side for now. And we don't want so many filters here, so I will remove the unnecessary filters. I just am interested because we have the slicers already, so I'm just interested in months. So I go to pivot chart, analyze, and field list, field buttons, and then I remove this. So let's follow up with our steps as well. So we inserted a slicer, then we connect slicers to all pivot tables. Go to slicer, report connections or pivot table connections. Take all pivot tables you want to sync. Okay, slicer, report connections. Yeah, it's taking pivot table data. Report connections, pivot table, yeah. So it's synced with this table. Then we double check this, and then insert charts option powerful. We inserted them, make it look like a dashboard, resize slices for need, add chart titles, use shapes or text boxes to add headings, which we are already doing it. Use consistent formatting, example use cases, filter by store to see sales per location. Select any accessory type you want to see how different brands perform. Use month slicer to compare monthly trends. Okay, we have accessory type, control X, remove it, and then paste it here. Yeah, it's working. Then we have got our, so let's have our second slicer.
Similarly, we don't need these filters. We can remove it from pivot chart analyze, field buttons. Okay. And stores. So we'll format the tables. I don't like these values. I just want them in $1 million. How I will do it? I can also ask ChatGPT through an image, or also ask by making the prompt. So using the image, I will say, okay, how can I convert values on y-axis to $1 million? So it says click on the y-axis, right click the selected y-axis, then click format axis, then expand the number section, go to format code and type this one, or simply Arduino. Okay, I will probably use this one and click add and press enter. Okay, let's go. Right click, format axis, then we look for numbers. Here we go. Then format code. Let's add it. So we converted it in $1 million. So that seems better. I also want to show $sign with it, and I also want to show $sign with it. Let's see what it says. So yeah, dollar. So let's go back. Format access, number, format code, add. So yeah, clear. Similarly, we do it here. Number, format code. Saves us some space as well. Now we can really focus with applying some formatting. So almost all our steps are done. We just need to we can add some logo as well, and here we can total sales. Then we can add also access of these pods. There's always a plus sign here that gives us access titles, chart titles as well, and this is showing us total sales. So I can't see pivot table options on the right. Let's ask. I can't find pivot table. Right click, show pivot table field list again. Option 1, right click, anywhere inside the pivot table, right click, within the pivot table, showcase field list. Yeah, so we got it back. Total sales by month is done. Now we can do sales by store and band. So we have store and band as store as rows as well. Brand as column. Okay, and now values total sales already there. So let's go to what chart type is it saying. I think this will be more better suited, and we don't want month here. And save the. So this is how we can display our dynamic values in this dashboard using pivot table, slicer, and filter. So if you want to see how the docking station is doing, it can tell us how much sales up till now station has made over all of our stores. Similarly, if you create the filter, also sometimes you can do it like this. Pivot chart analyze and refresh all charts to make sure that all the charts have up-to-date data. So in the next video, we will play with this performance dashboard and making our data more optimized and do some more charts with the same set of data that we have now. So until then, thank you so much.
Welcome back. In the last video, you have seen that we worked with sales data, we developed a pivot table, and from that pivot table, we created plots and showed them in our performance dashboard. So if you see, I have deleted one of the plot because I found it just similar, but it's just a different representation of the data. Like both like the X and Y axis were same. So this time my plan is to display stores on X axis, and on y-axis I want to display the amount of sales that they have generated. So for that, if we want to display different parameters on the axis, we will create a copy of the pivot table. So in this case, go to your pivot table and right click, move or copy, create a copy. So this is pivot table 2. Okay, and now that we will just change how we want to display it. So instead of months here, I will delete it and place the stores here. So this is how you can display a different data. So in our rows, we have different stores, and the values are basically sum of total sales. So let's create a plot to get an idea what's happening. So we'll do insert and plot recommended charts. And then, so here's our chart displaying different stores and how they are doing in terms of total sales over the period of 6 months. So we don't want these extra fields buttons, so we will remove them, hide all. And now also we don't need this total. And similarly, we'll display it as $1 million. That's more easy to read. So if you go to format axis, that we also came to learn from ChatGPT how to, sometimes you will find some options that you don't know. So instead of going to your peer or just wasting your time thinking how you will do it and maybe Googling it, just go for ChatGPT, just find the exact answers and steps and look for it and save your time. So the whole purpose of this course is to allow you to save time and get your work done faster. So this is how you can save 7 to 10 hours per week at your workplace, at your personal work, at your business, so you can be really efficient. So the purpose of this course in a nutshell is to allow you being more efficient, saving time, and doing more in less. So let's go and, okay, so I will copy it and just go to GPT and say, how can I represent it as $1 million in Excel? So it gave us the formula. Formula says number. So we got it, but we don't need extra decimals here. Yeah. So always try to understand the logic behind it. So you can also tune, play with it, what's happening. So we got the stores on x-axis, and one other thing. Suppose you want to display all the stores in terms of sales from in descending order, like higher sales, then subsequently lower sales moving forward. So how we'll do it? Let's ask GPT about it. So I will just take a quick snapshot of it and ask. For those who don't have the premium ChatGPT, they can still write the statement for it. I'm saving my time and I will just ask. So click any cell in the sum of total sales, right click the selected cell, hover over sort in the context menu. Sort largest to smallest. It did the opposite, so I don't know, like largest to smallest. Yeah, this, we got it. And now we'll do a formatting. Place this in our dashboard. Now we have here total sales per store. Here we have, on the left side, we have total sales per store. On the right side, we have total sales per month. And apply the, look how the filters are doing. So, and sometimes you all like have to click them, or the best way is go to pivot chart analyze and refresh all tables so that your plots are representing the latest data.
So I will remove all the filters and apply some more formatting. How I just want to display it better colors. So I just applied some formatting here, and in case you want to make it bold. So this is the final dashboard that we have. We can really see the performance of how our stores are doing in terms of total sales per store and total sales per month, like in terms of time. So now I would like to request you to just fine tune the details as per your data, as like the formatting that you want to do as per your work or your personal use. Go ahead. Thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to join you in the next video.
Welcome everyone. Today we'll discuss how we can utilize AI features inside PowerPoint. 3 features: AI Designer, AI Subtitles in PowerPoint, and AI Rehearsal with Coach. So let's get started with AI Designer feature. For instance, we have this slide with no design, and we want to get design as soon as possible. How we'll do it? Let's go to Home and use the Designer feature. And you have a lot of options to choose with the design already done. So let's get started. I like this design. So with a single click, the design has already been done. Let's go further. I also have a list of topics I will talk about in this presentation, which is not organized. So how to organize this slide? Simply with Designer feature again. And you select this one. Everything's organized. The font is there. It otherwise would have taken you 5 to 7 minutes to organize this. And now it's just a single click. The second feature we are going to talk about is Rehearsal with Coach. So with this feature, you can rehearsal your presentation, and the AI will give you a review how you have done. For example, you tap on it, you start presenting. So it tells me how many slides I have rehearsed, what was my pace, how many words I was speaking per minute. So it also advised me that low pitch variation will make your audience lose interest. Try increasing the tone of your key points. The last feature that we will discuss is this, using subtitles with our presentations. So if you have a multilingual audience and you want to present them in different language, so for this, always use subtitles, and then in subtitle settings, you can select French or whatever language you want to choose. For example, I've checked here French, or let's just Chinese. Today we will discuss about hiking freaks in Valley View Forest. The topics included in our presentation include introduction to hiking, benefits of hiking in terms of physical, mental, and teamwork aspects, essential gear checklist, safety and first aid tips, choosing a trail as per difficulty, weather, terrain, and location. Then we will discuss about environmental responsibility to ensure that we leave no trace, group hiking etiquettes, real-world examples and success stories, and finally, a conclusion. So you have seen with these AI features, you're really saving time as you go. Thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to learning together. See you. Welcome everyone. Today we will talk about PowerPoint hacks to help you save time and increase productivity. We will talk about how we can access PowerPoint for free online, provide QR code to our audience so that they can access our resources or our website just with a phone, using Microsoft PowerPoint as a screen recording tool. And if we have different objects on the same slide, we can use selection pane to order them or edit them. And lastly, we can also use PowerPoint to remove background of an image. So let's get started. If you type powerpoint.new and you register using your Microsoft account or phone or Skype, you will have access to Microsoft PowerPoint online. This is open in browser. You have a search bar to search different options or to find anything in your document. Secondly, you can also shift the layout to classic ribbon, the same as it is found in the desktop. Secondly, we can add QR code on our slides. I will tell you how we can add it. So if you type add-ins in the search bar, more add-ins, QR, and this is the add-in that I'm using. So I already have it. I will just open it. So this is the plugin that we have to produce the QR code. I just removed the QR code so that we can practice it right now. For example, if I type a website, udemy.com, increase the size, insert it, maybe more.
So here we go. We can also adjust the size here as well. I have made this graphic in Napkin AI, which we will talk in the further videos, in order to show you how to record your screen in PowerPoint. So navigate to Insert tab in PowerPoint, click Screen Recording on the far right of the toolbar, drag mouse to select the screen area, click Record or use the shortcut key, then toggle audio and pointer recording as needed. Click Stop or use the shortcut Windows key plus Shift plus Q to end. And finally, once you stop it, the PowerPoint will automatically insert the video into the current slide. So this is, if you go to the Insert tab, on the far right you have screen recording. You select the area, tap on Record button to record not only your slides but the whole screen, desktop, whatever you are showing. And suppose you have so many objects on the same slide and you want to edit them or arrange them. How you will do this? Using selection pane. So you can see all the objects that we have on this slide under selection pane. And suppose I don't want these lines, I will check them okay. I can hide them. I just want to rename my start button in case I want to edit it in the future, so it's easy for me. I'll check. So this is start button. So in this way, it's very useful that you can arrange different elements on the same slide. Without selection pane, it would have been very much confusing if you have like a number of elements on the same slide. Finally, we can also use PowerPoint to remove background of an image. So if you tap an image, right click, format picture, and to your very left, tap on remove background. Thank you so much and looking forward to learn together in the further videos. Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss some smart tools in Microsoft PowerPoint to help you further save time and be more efficient at work. This includes creating a quiz in which you can ask your audience to interact live, adding a countdown timer, dictating and translating text. So for adding a quiz, go to your Insert tab, then press on Forms, and as you press on New Quiz, Microsoft Forms will open. So add a new quiz, give it a title and a description, add a new question type, so you can add MCQs, a text-based question, asking a rating, or a date. For now, I have started with MCQs, so I posted my question and placed all the options and set the timer 2 minutes for the audience to respond. So this is how the question will look like. So your audience will use their phones to scan this QR code and answer this question. As they respond, their answers will be shown on the screen. So this is the question I posted and I scanned the QR code to respond to it and you can see the answer. But if there are many participants, you can see different ratios depending on what answer they give. Suppose you have long sessions of presentation and inside them you have to give tea breaks and you want the participants to be back after 10 minutes. So you set the timer as a gentle reminder. So you see this timer will be there. I will show you how you can add this timer. So there's just a simple plugin, break time, that you can install. And once you paste it here, you can set the theme, adjust the size accordingly. So you see it looks very nice as a gentle reminder for the audience to come back to your presentation. And lastly, you can also use dictate option to write your text using your voice. 4 core sales principles. Understand customer needs. Build relationships. Sell benefits, not features. Follow a sales process. So I will just stop this. So you see you can dictate and it can write the text for you, but make sure that they are capitalized accordingly. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone. Today I will talk about a great tool that can be used to produce beautiful slides just in seconds. It's called Gamma AI and it's known for AI-powered storytelling. I will talk how we can register for this tool and different options to produce presentations and creating presentations with just a one-line prompt. This is Gamma website, so just tap on start for free and then either you can register using Google or any email account that you have. Then we have 3 options to generate presentations. And the most popular one is generate using a one-line prompt. Just with a one-line prompt and you can select the number of slides to produce, it will produce all the slides and then you can edit it accordingly. Secondly, you can provide notes and outline or existing content that you might get from ChatGPT, so it's more precise. And the third option is that you already have a presentation in your desktop or any URL that contains your data. You place it here to further modify it. So let's start with the most popular option, one-line prompt, and we generate outline. So you see using AI, it gathers all the data that it has, different headings and sub-bullet points under it. Then we can select different theme. We can also add further cards here. Select theme and how much detail you want, more detail or medium detail, image style, describe the colors, style or mood if you have any specific things in mind. So generating. So you can see that it has, just with the one prompt, it has provided you amazing slides with numbers. You don't need to edit it, format it. Look at this amazing graphic. And if you want to change any data, you can also edit it here and change it accordingly. Or change any image, you can also change it here. So this is all AI produced. The second option that I want to show you is paste in text that you might get from your notes, your outline, or ChatGPT. So provide the content here. So I want a presentation to introduce Gamma application to my audience. So I provided all the points. So it asked me whether I want a free form or a card by card presentation. For now, I just selected free form and select the number of slides. That's 8. The card by card option is like this. You can add different cards accordingly. Then it asks me which theme I want to choose. I choose the Sprout one. So look how in seconds it has produced the slide, which is amazing, with already prepared graphics, infographics as well. It also provides you the option to export it as PDF, PowerPoint, Google Slides, as PNGs. You can also share that LinkedIn. You can also share using link. You can collaborate with different people, and you can also use the snippet to embed your Gamma on your website as well. Thank you so much. Onwards.
Welcome everyone. Today we'll talk about an amazing tool, Mentimeter, in order to better engage with your audience using real-time voting, quizzes, polls, and it is widely used in education and business. Within a short span of time, it has got great reviews. So let's dive in. We'll sign up for a Mentimeter, create a new Menti, which is just another name for polls, MCQs, open-ended questions, word cloud, and other interactive features. I will show the presenter and audience view, and your participant can join easily using a QR code snap. This is how the Mentimeter website looks like. So you can turn your presentations into conversations with interactive polls. There's a word cloud feature. You can break the ice with just a question, how are you feeling today? You can get instant feedback against your questions. What could we be better at? Increase our sales, get more customers, engage more users. So on the right side is the participant view, how it looks like for the participant, and the question and different options is what the audience see as a whole. You can also evaluate understanding using a question, what was the goal for this meeting? Was it sit and listen, inclusion, or engagement? And you can see the numbers, how many different participants, what they have. You can also make decisions for a certain project. For example, what should we prioritize for this project? Should we deliver on time? Should we increase the budget? Should we share work in progress? So this tool, Mentimeter, is not just being utilized by education sector, for example, schools and universities, but also for offices, including IT offices. So we'll do a sign up. And the sign up can be done with Google or any other email. So as you sign up, you can immediately create your Menti. These we have already talked about. Survey. This is a very nice feature. So your participant can slide between the degree to which extent they agree to certain questions or not. I'll start with a quiz where I post a question, what does LLM stands for? And on the right side, I selected different options for my audience. And as I select this present button, my participants can join using this QR code. I can see how many players have joined. They can also use the code above. Once all the participants are there, we can start the quiz using enter, and they can select different options and respond to it within the time. We can also change the time or seconds to answer using the options on the right side. So if you go to your home section, you can see all the popular features of Mentimeter there. You can see your recent work. And as you tap on new Menti, you can create other interactive questions. For example, open-ended, scales, ranking, guess the number, and many other features. And Mentimeter can also be easily integrated with Microsoft PowerPoint, Teams, and Zoom. Thank you so much. Onwards. Welcome everyone. Today I will talk about Canva, which is an easy-to-use design tool for creating presentations, social media posts, videos, and AI code generation. It is widely used because of its simple drag-and-drop interface, which makes design quick and effortless. Let's dive in. So we'll talk about different Canva AI products, how we can make presentations in seconds, how to add elements and magic text in our slides, how to add interactive questions, for instance, polls and quizzes, and finally, how we can share it with our peers and audience. So go to canva.com, and here you can find various features that you can utilize, for example, creating posters, resumes, logos, documents, presentations, social media posts, for example, Instagram, Facebook, videos, websites, and can also utilize it as a photo editor. So go to Design Spotlight and then Canva AI.
So Canva AI is an all-in-one conversational AI assistant to help you visualize ideas, generate compelling copy, Instagram posts, presentations. So let's get started. So you can sign up using Google, Facebook, or any email that you have. So once you are signed in, go to Canva AI on your left side and describe your idea. So you see, with just one line of prompt, it has generated a presentation. You can also go for more designs. Let's say if I finalize this design, I will go to Use Canva Editor. And here I have all the slides already prepared for me, and I can change the data accordingly and edit them as per my need. I can also add further slides as well. Here are different elements that you can add. You can also add a poll or quiz or a survey question. Once you double click it, you can add your question. So if you want to share this design with audiences in order for them to participate as well, you go to share and create a public view link and then share it with them. So it also says that this design includes a poll or quiz. Anyone with edit Excel will be able to view the response data. And further, we can do to full present screen and tap on this wireless sign, interactive question and answer with Canva Live. Start the session, and as your audience is seeing this, they can scan the code using their mobile phone and participate using this code of the Canva Live. So you can also select this as a correct question, so make sure you have marked the correct as correct question. Then if you go to text and use Magic Write, you can also generate ideas or different writing tasks. So you can add them in your slides as per your need and can adjust the formatting accordingly. Additionally, Canva also has an online image generator where you can type the text and it can generate image for you. Canva also have an AI code generation tool where you can provide the request and it can make the application using HTML and CSS. You don't need to do any code. It can also make some simple games as well. It also has an AI video editor where you can combine clips, adjust backgrounds, perfect the timings, convert text to video, images to video as well. Thank you so much. Onwards. Today we will talk about an amazing tool, Napkin AI, which converts text to infographics with just a click. It enhances our content and communication that we have in PowerPoint, Google Docs, Slides, Canva, Slack, may it be social media, for example, Twitter, Instagram. It is an easy 4-step process. You paste your text into Napkin AI, click the lighten icon to initiate visual generation, polish the design as per your needs, and export it in different formats. Let's see in detail how it works. So you have your text from Notion, Google Doc, presentation, Word document, and you paste it in Napkin. You select the thunder icon to generate visuals. Then you pick the best design as per your needs. Further, you can polish your design and formatting using icons, decorators, connectors, and colors. And finally, you can take it anywhere in the form of PDF, PNG, SVG, as well as you can share the link with anyone. It is very useful in making impactful slides, leaving an impression in your blog website, creating an interactive social media post, easy to read documents, and many other use cases. You can easily sign up using Google account or any email. So just sign up. As you sign up, you find an empty napkin. As you click on new napkin, you will find 3 options to generate visuals from: draft with AI, import from file, or a blank napkin. Let's get started with blank napkin. I have wrote here sales tips and tricks. As I select it and tap on the thunder icon, it will start generating visuals, and I can select different visual design to better display my idea. So within seconds, it has generated beautiful design in order to better engage with your audience. This is the text that I copied from ChatGPT and pasted it here. Now I selected it, tapped on the thunder icon, and it has again provided me a range of designs to choose. The second option that we have is draft with AI. So here you will write a prompt to generate text content. For instance, I wrote the best practices for a hiring interview, and it has provided me all this text. I have selected all the text and tapped on the thunder icon, and it has then produced me a beautiful visual. The third option I can use is import from file, where I can import the text from different file formats. Finally, I can also share it with my peers. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss how we can utilize ChatGPT Advanced Voice Mode for practicing presentation and scripts, using it as a meeting companion, get real-time answers on the go, role-play sales calls with a virtual prospect, optimize usage through custom instructions given to ChatGPT. First of all, we will ask ChatGPT about the current limits of AI Advanced Voice Mode, because for free and plus users, there is a certain limit. However, the premium users can enjoy unlimited Advanced Voice Mode. So let's get started. What is the usage limit of
I'm
AI?
sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
Okay, so we already reached the advanced voice mode. I think it was hardly 10 minutes. Let's shift to the plus account. So I have shifted to now plus account, but we need to be careful of what the limits are. So let's ask GPT about the limits. Hi GPT, what are the current usage limits of AI advanced voice mode, for example, for the free, for plus, and premium users?
Currently, the usage limits for the advanced voice mode depend on your subscription level. For free users, there are typically more limited daily or monthly interactions. Plus users generally get significantly higher limits, allowing more frequent and longer conversations. Premium users usually have the highest limits, offering the most flexibility and priority access to advanced features. The exact numbers can change over time, so it's best to check the latest details on the OpenAI website or your account dashboard for the most up-to-date information.
Okay, so for free users, it's almost 15 minutes. For plus, it varies 1 hour or more. It really changes. But for premium users, there's unlimited usage. So let's get started with practicing presentation. So let's practice our script with ChatGPT. I will give ChatGPT a 3-minute pitch and ask about my tone, my pacing, clarity, and confidence. So let's get started. Hi ChatGPT, I'm practicing a 3-minute client pitch. After I deliver it, can you give me feedback on my tone, pacing, clarity, and confidence?
Absolutely. Go ahead and deliver your pitch whenever you're ready, and I'll give you feedback on those aspects.
Good morning, and thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Today, I'm excited to introduce our solution that streamlines customer onboarding and improves retention by 30%. Our platform uses intuitive design and real-time analytics to help business personalize experiences from day one. I look forward to showing you how we can add value to your growth goals.
Great job on the introduction. Your tone was friendly and engaging, and you spoke clearly. The pacing was smooth and confident. You highlighted the main benefit, improving retention by 30%, which is a strong selling point. A couple of suggestions. Emphasize a bit more how your platform's features directly address their specific challenges, and end with a slightly stronger call to action, like inviting them to ask questions or schedule a demo. Overall, well done.
As you see, it really advises you some good suggestions like call to action, like scheduling a demo, like next further actions. So these suggestions are always beneficial for your pitch or any presentation that you are practicing. It can give you advice that you can be better prepared for. Secondly, we can also use ChatGPT as a meeting companion. For example, hey ChatGPT, I'm about to summarize my key points for a meeting record. Please listen and give me a short, polished version.
Absolutely. Go ahead with your summary, and I'll help you polish it into a concise and professional meeting record.
In today's client meeting, we discussed optimizing the onboarding workflow, agreed on piloting our tool with 2 client teams starting next month, and identified follow-up items like scheduling a training session and sending updated contracts by Friday.
Here's a polished version. During today's client meeting, we discussed optimizing the onboarding workflow and agreed to pilot our tool with 2 client teams starting next month. We also identified follow-up items, including scheduling a training session and sending updated contracts by Friday. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments.
And we can also use advanced voice mode to get real answers on the go. So let's ask GPT about, hey ChatGPT, I need a quick answer. I will ask you something short and would like you to respond briefly.
Sure, go ahead and ask. I'll keep my response brief.
What's the more professional way to say just checking in an email?
A more professional way to say just checking in could be, I wanted to follow up on, or I'm reaching out to see if there's any update on. This keeps it clear and polite.
So you saw it provides you real-time answers on the go, but it really depends on what usage you have. For example, if you're a plus user, you don't want to waste your, or free user, you don't want to waste your usage in so short of time. So maybe you can use the iPhone side button as a shortcut to on it when you require it, and then turn it off. You can also use advanced voice mode to role-play sales calls with a virtual prospect. So let's get started on this. Hi ChatGPT, can you pretend to be a prospective client who is skeptical about buying a CRM tool? I will pitch you, and you can push back a little so I can practice objection handling.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help. Let's do it. I'm ready whenever you are.
Hi there, I completely understand that switching CRMs can seem daunting. That's why our platform focuses on easy migration, live customer support, built-in customization options, so you won't lose productivity during the transition. Could I walk you through a success story from a client in your industry?
That's a solid message. Here's a slightly more polished version. Hi there. I completely understand that switching CRMs can seem daunting. That's why our platform focuses on easy migration, live customer support, and built-in customization options so you won't lose productivity during the transition. Could I walk you through a success story from a client in your industry?
I would like you to act as a client and challenge me so that you can help me practice. So whatever I have given you recently, just challenge me and help me practice.
Absolutely. I'll act as the client and ask some challenging questions to help you practice. Let's get started. As a client, I'm concerned about the security of our customer data during the migration. How does your platform ensure data security and privacy throughout the process?
So you see that it poses a very important question which clients are mostly concerned about, the security. Similarly, you can ask GPT about any other questions that a client might pose. Okay, what other questions that client might have for me?
Clients might ask about several aspects to ensure they're making the right decision. Here are a few common questions. 1. Cost and ROI. What is the total cost of switching to your platform, and what kind of return on investment can we expect? 2. Integration. How easily does your platform integrate with our existing systems and software? 3. Training and support. What kind of training and ongoing support do you offer to help our team get up to speed? 4. Scalability. Can your platform scale as our business grows, and are there different plans available as our needs evolve? 5. Customization.
So as you've seen, it has provided you a lot of options, a lot of ideas, a lot of new questions that a client might throw towards you. So you can be better prepared for that. So in this case, advanced voice mode is super helpful to provide you with some suggestions to some possible questions for your upcoming meeting. Lastly, we can optimize usage of advanced voice mode using custom instructions to really save us time and be precise and specific what we really want. For that, let's go to ChatGPT settings. Personalization, customize ChatGPT. So introducing custom instructions. Customize your interactions with ChatGPT by providing specific details and guidelines for your chats. Active for new chats. Whenever you edit your custom instructions, they will take effect in all new chats you create. Older conversations won't be updated. So let's get started. So whenever I ask a question, please give me examples tailored to business communication. And keep your responses concise and actionable. And you can also ask ChatGPT to only speak when I say you to do, because it also speaks in the middle, like a long thank you and welcome, and which you don't want. You want precise answers. So you can say it to GPT and only speak when I say ChatGPT. Let's save this customized ChatGPT. Further, you can also ask ChatGPT to call you by your name. What do you do? What is your profession? Anything else ChatGPT should know your interest. So let's save this custom response that we have saved for advanced voice mode. Hey ChatGPT.
Hey there, what can I help you with today?
If you have observed now that it is not making any voice until I say him to do so. So let's get started. Hi ChatGPT, can you please guide me how to make better cold calls?
Absolutely. When making cold calls, keep these tips in mind. 1. Research the prospect. Before calling, learn about the company and the person you're contacting. This helps you tailor your pitch. Prepare a strong opening. Start with a brief introduction that states your name, your company, and the reason for your call. Mention a specific problem you can help them solve. Ask open-ended questions. Engage the prospect by asking questions that encourage them to talk about their needs and challenges. This helps you understand how you can provide value. Highlight benefits. Focus on how your product
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need any more tips or want to practice a script, just let me know.
So as you've seen, it is still saying welcome and things like this. You can also shorten this and saying in your custom settings. Thank you so much and looking forward to have you in the next video.
Welcome everyone. Today we will talk about voice to text feature, which is faster than typing and helps you being more productive. With this feature, you can type 150 words per minute. However, the normal typing speed is 40 words per minute. It helps you save 40% of the time in document creation, and there's a 33% less chance of error. On Windows, you can tap on Windows H, and on Mac, tap on F and key twice. But make sure the dictation is enabled in the settings. Both of the operating systems support multiple languages. Open Notepad and tap on Windows plus H to start recording. New paragraph. Hi, how are you? New paragraph. Today we will utilize voice to text feature in Windows, Mac, and phones. Full stop. New line. Thank you. We can also enable automatic punctuation that will really help us save more time. So if you enable it, it will automatically put the punctuations there. Hi, how are you? It has automatically placed question mark there. Another great setting is voice typing launcher, which lets you quickly access voice typing whenever you are in the text box. So if you enable it and open a new notepad, so mic option will always be there. So if you tap on the mic button, it will automatically start recording. Secondly, you can also control your PC using different commands. Access settings and turn this on. There's a small pop-up window. A pop-up window will appear on the top. So you can either say voice access wake up or press the mic button to activate voice access. So if you tap on, it has now started listening. Open Chrome. Maximize window. Google.com. Enter. Close Chrome. So if you tap on help icon, you can see all the commands that are available and the actions you can perform. And if you want to see them in more detail, you can go to learn more about them and then view access command list. So for managing voice, for interacting with the apps, switching to different applications, go to desktop, interacting with controls, overlays, control mouse and keyboard buttons, dictating text, selecting, editing. So a lot of commands that are available. The same feature can also be utilized while writing emails, but make sure to review them before you send them. On Windows, it's Windows plus H, and on phones, tap on the mic icon on the bottom of the screen. Same is the case with Gmail, and make sure your microphone access is granted for this. For getting started today, make sure your microphone works properly and you speak clearly. Practice some basic commands, start small with your emails, and build a habit of them to be more productive. Thank you. Onwards.